Back in 2017, April 4th, in North America, Persona 5 has been released to every country, and in Japan, late 2016. From there, it has been the most popular Persona game of all of time, and it won nominated for Game of the Year back in 2017 and won Best RPG. Years later, months later after that, we also have the anime for Persona 5 and other content related to this. We also released the dancing game, Dancing Star Night and Dancing Moon Night Persona 3 edition for the PS4 and Vita. Now, later this year, they announced that a new extended story for Persona 5 is coming out, and it's Persona 5 The Royal. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, here's the new trailer of Persona 5 The Royal. Enjoy.
もう分かってるだろ。ここで情けをかけられて僕が喜ぶと思ってるのか。そんな哀れみはいらない。そんなためらいはいらないんだよ。
私が夢を奪ったんです。
確か吉祥寺あたりだったが、どっかにいたな。
せっかくだし行ってみないか。調べて回るぞ。うまく使えば認知の書き換え、そんなことまでできるの？
さっき話しただろう。この学校には関わらない方がいい生徒が何人かいる。
なんかちょっと様子が変じゃねえか。
ありがとう。カウンセリング受ける気になってくれて。
ここ最近誰かに見られてる気がして。
尾行されてたってこと？
先輩はまだ怪盗団を続けるんですか？普通はこんな面倒ごとに関わりたくないんじゃないかなって。
結果が出ないと分かったらポイ捨てか。だが少なくとも我が輩たちの働きで悪い可能性は詰めるはずだ。
人間にはね、自分に暗示をかけてその通りに自分を変えていく力があるんだ。
男子だけで行くぞ。誠やアンには黙っとけよ。期末試験やばかったのに遊んでんのバレたら、特に誠がやべえ。
あれだけ応援してたくせにこんな手のひら返しあんまりです。
俺は逃げてたんだ。すまない。
望みを何でも叶えてやるのが正義じゃねえだろ。
何が正しいかは自分で決める。自分だけ逃げる真似はしたくねえ。
それが我が輩たちの美学だ。
Now, after seeing this trailer, I was very wowed at how they did this. It's like new content, new story, and it turns out we're gonna have another semester playable, as in after December Christmas Day, we get to play another semester. Which, if you think about it, that after Christmas Day in Persona 5, that it's kind of, short, because it kept going boom, 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 we're always trying to convince other people to make this petition saying, okay, release the main character from prison. That's basically what happened, all these jumps. And then the game ends. So we're actually going to have more content. And turns out they actually knew a new location called Kichijoji. And apparently in Tokyo, Kichijoji is basically where a good shopping district where a lot of teens and young adults go to buy some stuff. Aside from Harajuku. So it's kind of like a nice new area to shop. And it turns out there's an icon there you can actually change outfits, I wonder. And they added a new area called the Penguin Sniper. Basically, you can play darts, billiards, and they actually also added a new hangout place of the aquarium, which is kind of nice. And the new character, her name is Kasumi Kachizawa, I believe. She's a first-year student at Chuji Academy. I transferred to Yuga, just like Joker. But in the anime, she's known as Ren Amamiya, or in the manga, Ren Kurisu. Akira Kurisu. So it has two different names, which is kind of weird. And there was a glimpse that she's going to be part of the Phantom Thieves, because due to her background with basically it's like a gymnast, so she's pretty amazing that she is so powerful. So in her Phantom Thieves form, if you look, she wears two swords and she has this shotgun as her gun weapon, which is pretty powerful. And they added now new teams, new content, and everything you can imagine, and like partner attacks. And Futaba has now her own all-out attack, which is kind of crazy because she's a support character. Well, then again, back in Persona 4, Rise was a support character, but then she became playable most of the time until Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. She became a playable character, so we could play as her, and she has the whole everyone's spotlight, which is kind of nice. And so basically they're doing with this game, which is kind of nice. And they added some different story. They changed a bit of the story, so it's basically the same concept, but they added a split new changes. And apparently there's like a glimpse where like she's very connected with Akechi kind of way, and there was a hint that she was hanging out with Joker, the main character, just those two. And I was like, it's been confirmed that she can be a person, a new confidant. And I was like, okay. I mean, if you play on Ren, if you still play as Ren and then you're just playing and then you can interact with her, I was like, okay, you can interact with her. And I was like, it could be official that you can have the option to date her, which is kind of crazy. That me personally, guys, I'll prefer date her than Futaba. Sure, Futaba is great and all, but for me, she's like a, like your little sister, and I'm like, Sergio might get a little hand like, yo, Ren, what's happening right here? Like, yeah, and there was a clip, also a snippet of that you can date the twin warriors, Caroline and Justine, outside of the Velvet Room, and I was like, okay, well, it makes sense, cause like it only happens in New Game Plus mode that after you defeat them in battle, they realize they can develop feelings for you, which is kind of nice, kind of out of the ordinary, but it's alright. And there was a glimpse of a human Morgana. You know that it wasn't surprising about human Morgana because, if you remember back in Persona 4, Teddy, or Kuma in the Japanese version, that he wanted to become, you would say, human, right? So inside his little outfit, he revealed that he has a human form of himself. He looks pretty okay. And then human Morgana, I was like, it should be decent. And we have a release date for this game, October 31st, 2019 in Japan. So Alice USA already released a quick snippet release date trailer. I'm not really release date announcement of when it's going to come to US next year, 2020, date's not official yet, but it could be there. Aside from Persona 5, the Royal, we also have a reveal of Persona 5 S. A lot of people thought S was a Switch port. It's a Switch port in a different way. It's called Persona 5 Scramble, the Phantom Thieves, like that. So Persona 5 Scramble, meaning it's so Alice has been teamed up with Koei Tecmo, the guys who create like Dynasty Warriors, Hyrule, anything with the Warriors in the title, where you can have basically a big, massive of enemies and you just beat them up like that. And same kind of concept, so it's a Persona 5 style. So maybe you can use your Persona to defeat them, which is kind of crazy. So the only show glimpse of you can play different characters, but in this time, in this trailer they revealed recently, it's mostly been just Joker face them off. And I just want to go back to the Persona 5 the Royal trailer real quick. And you notice you can play as use his grappling hook. It's kind of cool because one of his moves, since he got released in Smash, he gets to use a grappling hook. I was like, okay, where is this gonna come from? So that grappling hook in Persona 5 the Royal, it can be used to go to different places of the palace. So they do a snippet of Kamoshida's palace, and also in Akumura's palace, the spaceport, which is kind of crazy. Man, oh man, I can just talk about this all day, but I'm happy that a lot of people thought Persona 5 was done. Not yet. It has been a long journey, and I can't believe it's doing this again. Are you guys excited for Persona 5 the Royal? Are you also excited for Persona 5 Scramble? Are you into it or not really? But are you into Persona 5 the Royal? And it turns out Persona 5 the Royal is going to be a PS4 exclusive compared to the main game, which was for PS4 and PS3. So I bet they're probably doing so much content that it's going to be its own game, like Persona 4 Golden for the Vita, but it's going to be for PS4 only, not Vita, because Vita kind of died, right? So what do you guys think about Persona 5 the Royal? Are you excited for it, or you're just like whatever? Who knows, Alice might have an anime for it. And it turns out, I just realized that I thought Alice made the cutscenes, but apparently it was actually Studio Madhouse doing those animations, which is kind of crazy. But it's the same concept, whatever. And it turns out to be a school dance in one of the script in the scenes, and I was like, okay, cause in the past games we didn't have a school dance. It was just a dancing part was its own game. It's pretty something like that. Let me know, guys, in the comments below if you're excited for Persona 5 the Royal, and are you hyped? And don't worry, guys, I'm gonna be doing a playthrough of Persona 5, the main game, on this channel eventually. Maybe Persona 5 the Royal when it comes out later in the future. And if you guys enjoyed it so far, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to stay up to date with more of the series and the channel. And hit that bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching my quick ramble of what's coming up for Persona 5. And man, oh man, this will be a good year for Persona 5. Like Alice, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mark Toy Warrior signing out. Hopefully, guys, stay awesome. Take care. Bye.